been seated down for so long. We've been fooling around for too long. We've been seated down for so long. I and I have been fooling around for too long. So long, so long, for too long, too long, so long, so long, too long, too long.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is the follow-up on Adamimogo 107.7 FM Ido-Ekiti, where we're following up on, our political and current affairs issues. Like I said before we embarked on that short break, I say that our conversation this morning will center around the People's Democratic Party in the state. You would understand that it is the election or the political season, and activities are gearing up towards 2026. Just as the ruling party is making preparations, other stakeholders, the opposition parties, even the Independent Electoral Commission, INEC, civil society organizations, all of them put together are also making efforts to ensure that the exercise is smooth, fair, and credible. So let's focus this morning on one of the stakeholders, which is the People's Democratic Party. And joining us this morning to engage or to have that conversation is the national president of the Victory Advocate of Nigeria, VAN or VAN. He joins us virtually this morning, and he is also a leader of the People's Democratic, a youth leader of the People's Democratic Party in the state. Miss Prince Sheyi Ajibola, good morning and welcome to the follow-up.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for having me once again. God bless you, sir.
You're always welcome. I think a good place to start is the latest with the World Congresses. The court ruling on the World Congress. I think that's a good place to start. Following that Congress that held on the March 15th, and there were back and forth. There was this. How will I put it now? At some point, it was said that activities should be put on hold until the latest, where the court nullified the list from the NWC of the party. So, what would be your? Let's just start with your reaction and your take on the ruling before we proceed.
Thank you. In any political setting, there is always a room for people to agitate for their right to say, "Oh, this is what I expect to happen. This is what is expected to be done." You cannot but find such in a political cycle, most especially in this time of financial campaign in Ekiti State. And for those people who have used courts to say, "Oh, I want to seek a redress on anything," we cannot actually say they are wrong, but it is actually noted by facts and by clarity of former judiciary settings and former judgments that they have been given even from the Supreme Court down to appeal courts, that court has no jurisdiction to decide who becomes the ESCO of the party. And it is the responsibility of a political party to actually adjust that. And for me, I think their effort in getting such is just for them to also have inclusion about the system, for them to also showcase their strength that, no, please, these are what we perceive that is actually a little bit wrong in their view. But as a family, which we call ourselves a PDP family, I think we have overtaken that. Another chapter of another event have overtaken that. We have been able to call ourselves into a round table whereby we are talking about peace and how to move forward. Most especially when we are seeing a lot of nakuna from the ruling APC, and we believe that moving forward and getting our house or putting our house in order is the best thing to do. And I think that process is on. And as of today, I can tell you that we have reached nothing less than 90% of such peace agreement, which is on.
we'll get there. But just for clarity, so every aggrieved individual who probably went to court, all of the matters have been settled, because I understand that there was a reconciliation committee who was supposed to come and resolve all of this issue. Has that been effected?
They have came and they have done their own part, and everybody has been called upon. That's why I said we have moved beyond that
All right.
court issue.
All right. So now let's now come to the state. You were saying that preparations are at 90% now, but okay. Before we go into before we go into concerns, what are these preparations that you've said are 90%? One of which is that you've mentioned that everybody is now at peace. And
let me just help you from that on that junction. The question that every one of us should ask now is that election is coming up in Ekiti, and every political party have to put a structure in place, and that structure cannot just be the ward and local government. It has to start from state, local government, and ward. So, and Ekiti, as of today, we are left with only the state congress that's supposed to be held a few weeks back. But as of today now, immediately after today's NEC meeting, the date will be given as regards that. And that's why I said we have reached 90%. And once that date is being given, in one way or the other, it is another avenue to also formulate our home, to also build synergy within our structures and making sure that we face the electioneering process directly. And that is what is on. And that is the process everybody is pushing towards now. Those people that are even aggrieved, they are part of the team now, that they are also ready to say, okay, let us see how we will settle within ourselves. Okay, are you the one to take this? Am I the one to take that? And in one way or the other, if we are able to now get it right at that juncture, we can also say, okay, who is going to be our flag bearer in the coming election? So those are the things now. And I think in PDP as of today, we are having about 5 to 6 aspirants agitating to be a PDP gubernatorial candidate. So, that means there is a relative understanding within, despite the challenges anybody can point into. If you don't believe in a system, there is no reason for you joining issues with them. There is no reason for you saying, no, I can be, you can't come up and say, oh, you want to contest there. If you don't believe in a party, there is no reason for you saying you want to be chairman, you want to be youth leader, you want to be secretary of such party. So that means there is a lot of confidence that our people are building on PDP, and that is why you see them there saying no matter what, they must join the team.
All right. Prince, I'd like you to speak to this. There are those who would say that the outcome of the state congress would determine what the primary would look like, and given that world congresses took a long time before it was resolved, and there are those who are who are looking forward to what the state congress would look like ahead of the primaries. So what level of assurance are you giving to these certain persons, especially party loyalists who are majorly who are at the grassroots level? Let's just put it that way.
Yes, thank you so much. I can tell you categorically that our state congress will put an end to so many rumors and misconception within the society, most especially concerning our party. I want to tell you that with the development our leaders and even we youth have been able to put in place, because we youth dominate more or less the larger cycle of the whole show. With the development we have been able to put in place, that thing will end so many rumors, and it will help us to come together the more. When two brothers go inside, talk about development of life, talk about issues that have to do with prosperity and getting it right in their political or in their normal life. When the Frank comes in comes out, you will discover that maybe they are able to tell themselves truth. And when they discover they are just laughing without anything, maybe they are just deceiving themselves. And what you have seen so far in PDP is trying to made us instead of trying to mar us. So what we have been able to do within our fold is to ensure that no matter what the challenges is, we can still come back stronger. And that is what we are seeing from the national even to the world level. And don't let me deceive you, as of today, all the world meetings are holding across the state. Local government chairmen are doing fantastically well. And that's why you can see them issuing statements, backing parties, and making sure that there is no lacuna within the system.
So what then do you say to those who have said that, especially supporters of the ruling party, who have said that there is no opposition to, or how do you dismiss that the PDP's potential to unseat the ruling party is quite maybe unrealistic? They say that there is no opposition in the state.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, let me just clear ear about that. My brother, if there is no opposition in Ekiti, for the past 5 to 6 days now, APC government has been having a sleepless night about the development in the political sector. In fact, within themselves. The other time when I came to your station and I told you that there is no party without crisis. Some people say no, you are lying, and there's nothing. Look at the kind of heaviness in the heart of Mr. Governor of Ekiti now. I think the Mr. Governor finds it difficult to sleep now with the situation on ground.
Well, you don't stay.
You can no longer hold.
You can't outrightly say that.
Coming to destroy APC.
So there is a tsunami coming to destroy APC.
Saying that his appointees are not doing well. That is why you see him challenging majority of the appointees that they are no longer defending his government, despite taking huge amount of money from the government coffer. Now, there is another revelation that is there. You say there is no opposition in PDP in Ekiti State. Majority of the comments that we are just using our handles and every other things to do, you are sending your data boys to come and be attacking us. In fact, within their party, they have been arresting themselves, causing unnecessary unrest in Ekiti. That is within their party, not to talk about our own, that we are just putting things in order, and they have been seeing the film already. Now, let me just tell you another point that is clear there. If you discover there is no opposition in the state, then continue to sleep. Whenever opposition make a statement, whenever opposition trying to draw your attention to what is wrong in the society, don't act on it. We say roads are not good. One of our aspirants carry lorries and fill those roads, and you are shouting that they cannot use roads to juxtapose your government development. My brother, which one do we do? Passerbys, travelers came to Ekiti. They all see what is wrong in Ekiti. They make a video clips and you tag it as it is a coordinated media attack. When you are not doing well, it is obvious. Among them, the publication made in place by one of the original Dojo's team, they said nothing less than 300 billion has entered the coffers of Ekiti in the last 2.5 years. Please, sir, let us check from Ido Ekiti where we are down to Ado Ekiti. Please, which government development can you point it to in Ido Ekiti?
Iworoko Ifaki Federal Road, constructed by the state government.
Federal road, that means the one that Mr. Governor is receiving. What is he using it for? Now, come to other cycle of the system. We are talking about human development and social security. Please check the cost of food, the cost of normal items that we are buying today. Is there any changes in it?
All right, Prince.
Look at the insecurity that are waging our land.
Prince.
Please, sir, let me just land on my point. Few weeks ago, it was everywhere in the news that a newborn baby was stolen in a government hospital. Don't forget that in Ekiti State, in a broad daylight, they killed nothing less than 2 royal fathers. Till today, we have not been able to identify the perpetrator of those evil. And this government is taking huge amount of money, not to talk of security votes, not to talk of normal federal government allocation and Nigeria this man is taking.
All right, Prince.
In the name of it.
Prince.
Now, you said wait to Oga. You said there is no opposition in Ekiti. Whenever we call your attention to student school fees in our higher institutions, you will be comparing us with the amount they are paying in Ghana. Is that how to do it? Whenever we are calling your attention that most of the empowerment programs you are doing are not reaching the downstream, that you are only using it to package your party members. You told us that party members are they not part of Ekiti people? What we are telling you is that if you say you are being palliative for people in Ekiti, please, I don't know the local government where you come from, but I came from Ijero local government. Can you go to Ijero local government secretariat now and find a boss that is conveying our people who are working in Ijero local government, or that is being stationed in any close by schools that can take those staff or the children down to their villages? The only 2 buses that are working in Ado-Ekiti, most of them will be going along Bank Road, and they will just stop suddenly because of lack of good hygiene. Sir, let me just put it to you as of today. Let me just put it to you as of today, sir. Let's look at Ekiti from 3 corners of it. Coming from Idorile, coming from what's the distance from, or try to come from Akure down to Ekiti. Try to come from this unproductive airport they said they are building.
All right, Prince. Let me now come in here, Prince. Let me now come in here. I
want to put your attention on something.
Yes, I get your point.
The abandoned bridge they are doing presently in Ado-Ekiti, is there any other physical project that the Ekiti State government can point it to? Oppositions have drawn their attention to all these things, and they never listen to us.
All right, Prince.
This is what you want us to do.
All right, Prince.
Is it when the opposition are carrying cutlass, or they are trying to destroy things in town? They will know there is opposition.
All right, Prince. Sir. I had apologies to come in there. I had conversation with the chief press secretary earlier, sometimes last week, and most of these concerns that you raised were some of the things he talked about and he made mention, and those were the things I wanted to say earlier. You talked about food, you talked about empowerment and food and agriculture. He also referred to the latest intervention by the state government, the Ilueye Food Hub that was recently launched. Ekiti has been ranked one of the peaceful states in the Federation, and that answers the insecurity area. Then in terms of road infrastructure, you made mention of, you referred to the Adamimogo road, which the government has said that it is a federal government road. And even the CPS made mention that some of these roads haven't been constructed, there is no refund. And then there is the need for probably more intervention or more collaboration with the federal government to look at all of this things. So I want to more or less, like, I'm not speaking for the government, but more or less like saying all of this things.
You made a point now,
all right,
which require an urgent reaction.
All right.
when they are talking about the federal rules and they say it's a federal government project,
Yes.
my dear brother, they are the one claiming that they want Ekiti people to be in line with government at the central. For the past 8 years or for the past 10 years, is it not APC that has been ruling from the federal down to the local government stage in Ekiti State? My brother, what is now the essence of relationship of Mr. Dr. Oladoyin and that of Governor Oyebanji? For the past 8 years, they have been ruling Ekiti now. What is their relationship with the federal government? When you are in APC and you cannot navigate your way to get our road fixed, you cannot navigate your way to ensure that federal government opportunities are coming to Ekiti. Why are we not deceiving ourselves? Then let us be in our own direct opposition here, do things normal like Osun people are doing it, like Oyo government are doing it. And then, how many Oyo states, how many times have you seen Governor Seyi Makinde complaining that the road, because of federal government, are not attending to them, they are not fixing the road in their route? Let's go to Osun State. The same thing applicable. Now, why is it that Ekiti that is having boundary or that is having direct connection with federal government? Don't forget that Mr. Governor Oyebanji was with former. He's even present, not former. Present Minister of Works. That is 3 months or 4 months after his inauguration. One of the things he says then is that he wants to build relationship within Ekiti State and the Federal Ministry of Works so that Ekiti Road can be motorable. Sir, for the past 1.5 years now, that relationship has not fetched us anything. The Adamimogo road they are talking about, that road has been abandoned for the past 10 to 12 years. What are we talking about? So, if CPS is coming on board to tell us that federal government is not attending to them, then they don't have good rapport with the federal government. Because if you say you are having good rapport, if I say I'm having good rapport with you and we are in the same party, then the priority towards my people development should be also your priority.
This is not about Ekiti. For clarity, this is not about Ekiti State alone. Accordingly, it says that if a state, yes, I know. If they say that if the federal government, say for instance, the Adamimogo road now, there is no refund, and Mr. Governor also said sometimes last week that the federal government can that there are enormous and a lot of problems, and the federal government can only do it one step at a time, and probably interventions are underway towards this Adamimogo road.
Anyway, let me just come off. Dr. Oladoyin publicly come out and say, ebi ń para ìlú pé àwọn ọ̀nà tó wọ ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì, they are not motorable. I don't ever see in any publication where the state government queries Governor Oladoyin, and we challenge them as opposition now to call out Mr. Oladoyin on that statement. If it's actually wrong, let the state government be so bold enough to tell or to confront Dr. Oladoyin that the statement he made is not verifiable, it's wrong. Unless they do that, then there is no talk about their talks on issue of whether federal government is attending to them or not. That is one. Number 2 point is that, let me now direct your attention on one thing. Mr. Oladoyin and his team, they queried the present state government of not doing anything with the money that federal government have been giving to them. Please, from the opposition cycle, the figure we saw from that publication, if we are to query it rightly, whether Mr. Oladoyin is from their party or not, what have we used over 200 billion to achieve in Ekiti for the past 2 years? Please, let the governor account for it so that we will know. But opposition is dead in Ekiti. The time is actually here, and we have started with them. But they should not resort into attack. They should not resort into bullying unnecessarily, and they should not resort into calling us to order that maybe there is one person or maybe some leaders have been toying with them.
All right.
We from the opposition circle appreciate how Mr. Kaudo and his team described the leaders of Ekiti yesterday. Majority of them, please, sir, in fairness to every one of them that are endorsing Mr. Governor, let us call ourselves to order. What has Mr. Fayoshe, Mr. Sheguni, and Mr. Adebayo, what have they seen? What can they point to as far as it is concerned that made them endorse Mr. Ibanji for second term? Is it because it's prospecting for them, or because he can actually visit them 20 times?
All right.
When he cannot visit, maybe there is crisis or whatever. Please, sir, we have to jettison what is not.
All right, now let's come back to the PDP.
This is our own state
We
are agitating for development, and we are calling the government to do the needful. Is fighting them.
Let's come back to the PDP. Many would say that anyway, most of the things you've highlighted is part of the duties and responsibilities of any credible opposition party, and that brings me to the question of 2026 is just right before us here, just right in the. You open your eyes, you close it, you're in 2026 already, and there is a concern about party leaders. Probably there's no strong party leaders in the state as it used to be, or as it were back in the days. Former Governor Ayodele Fayoshe is for Bao. Former Deputy Governor Lujimi is now for Bao. Former Deputy Governor Eleka is now for the ADC. And many would say that who are the leader? In fact, former Governor Ayodele Fayoshe has said that who is the leader left in the PDP in Ekiti State, to put support, galvanize, and ensure that PDP, produce something that the people would accept.
It's not about mentioning names of leaders who have, in one way or the other, benefited from a system, and they decided to go on their way after the party have given them the life they are living today. It's not about talking about them. It's about talking about we that remains. I don't know your age for today, but my brother, I can categorically say maybe we are of the same age. As at now, we are contributing to the development of this country, if you don't know. If it is by age, it is by virtue of capacity of what you have been able to do in the past. Maybe Adamimogo wouldn't have employed somebody like you to come and be leading this kind of prosperous event. But it has to do with who are those that have zeal that can do it. My brother, those leaders that you are mentioning, we are the one working for them. We are the one making them relevant. We are the one they are seeing behind them, that they are calling them leaders. Let them go and be doing the same way they are doing PDP in that their new party now. So we in PDP, why is their followers not following them? Why? Maybe perhaps they have not been able to do well enough for the people following them. Let me now come down to our own. Sir, don't let me deceive you. Whether you like it or not, it is we youths that are voting. It is those women that are making case that are voting in the society. The little can leaders do. All what we need is to put leadership in place, which we are doing. And I have told you the aggregate. So whether it is Sheyi today, or whether it is Shola tomorrow, or whether it is Kule next tomorrow, what it matters is for us to have a formidable team. And once we have a formidable team, it is for us to now sell our goodies to the society and for society to trust us. It is not about when Origimi talks or when Power says something or when Mr. C says something. It's about when the party beyond those individuals. And that is why you are looking at it. APC is now allowing anybody to contest against Mr. Oyebanji now. But in PDP, as of today, we are having nothing less than 5 aspirants, I told you. Let's start from Dr. Oluyede. Let's add Mr. Obafemi Peters. Let's go to even the junior brother to the Mr. Fayoje you are talking about, Mr. Emmanuel Fayoje. Let's talk about Mrs. Fumi Ogun. Let's talk about Mr. Babalola David. These people have built confidence around people.
All right.
When it comes within the October the ticket of the party, we will rally around them, we will sell out their manifestos, and we preach it out to Ekiti people. And we will Ekiti state government.
All right.
People in the still worship. Maybe Ekiti can still struggle.
All right, we seem to have...
So nobody is fighting anybody. Nobody is calling out any leaders. If they like, they should go to any party they want.
All right.
Even if it remains 10, even if it remains 50 people, our own is to galvanize ourselves, sell out our manifesto to people of Ekiti, and for them to build trust in us. That's all. We have done it before, and we did well. And we can still do it again. We continue to do.
All right. Just for clarity, you mentioned that the APC is not allowing any other person to express their interest. We saw the female aspirant who got a form, and the governor, and in fact, the government has oftentimes said that it is not stopping anybody from aspiring or showing interest.
No, it is because of the video clip we saw on the social media a few days ago, where the Mr. Governor says he wants to see any local government chairman, or local or what chairman that we open doors for others. I don't know. What we are telling you is that it's not as if, but what is called fairness and open contest is not likely to be practiced in that party. And what we are saying is that is their problem. No problems. We don't have issues with them.
All right.
What we are saying is our own is open, our own door is open, and we are being fair to every contestant. There is no reason for us to threaten anybody. If you have the confidence, if you have the capacity, go to any ward in Ekiti. Go to any local government in Ekiti. Canvass your people. Come to our primary. If you win, every one of us will come and support you.
All right, let's talk about youth involvement now in politics. You are a youth leader, a hopeful youth leader of the People's Democratic Party in Ekiti State. And as a leader who is, running the affairs, or who is in front of other youth, what initiatives are in place now at this time to engage young people in politics constructively and deter their involvement in political thuggery during election process?
That is another area where I've been looking out for the past few weeks to also convey the message. One of the things is that, one, this is the time for us to sell out ourselves, to make ourselves relevant. This is a time for us to make sure that we actually meaningfully to the development of the party we say we believe in. We have trusted those leaders. Majority of them have questioned us. They have taken the goodies and run away with it. No problem. But we can make it much more attractive by participating, by getting involved in a very better way, and by ensuring that we canvass from the nooks and crannies of Ekiti and tell them that PDP is the best. And I'm telling you, this campaign will start immediately after our Congress, whereby we go to each ward in Ekiti. We are just having 177 ward. That is a cover. We can cover that within the space of 2 to 3 months, and ensuring that we interact with them, we build confidence in them, and we ensure that we imbibe the principle and policies of PDP in them, in order for them to also build hope, that believing that each of them can still become somebody under PDP, and not by jumping from one party to other. That is the essence. And I want to tell you that we are achieving this goal, even within the state. All this fight you are looking at it is within the media. It has not reached the youthhood, and we have been able to manage ourselves within the youth cycle. Whether even during the reconciliation meeting, we youth are outside, we are playing with each other, we are dining and whining with each other. Even on social space, we youth we are not fighting ourselves. All what we are calling them to do is to do the right thing, and I think they are been yielding to our cause now. And in one way or the other, one move in order for us to kickstart again.
All right, let me open the studio line at this point now for those who are listening, and I have one or two things to say to our guest this morning, who is the National President, Victory Advocate of Nigeria, Prince Sheyi Ajibola, who has been talking to us on the state of the PDP in Ekiti State, especially as we go into the 2026 governorship election in the state. 07047007701 or 070727666278. I take it again, 070470071 or 07072766278. Those are the lines to call this morning as we continue our engagement with Prince. I'd like to ask that what would you say to those who have lost hope completely in political events in this country and the state and in the country at large? Many would say that both the PDP, the APC, the ADC, the whatever party it is, that politicians are all the same, regardless of whatever political party they belong. So what would you say to them, or how would you convince them? All right, we have this call. Let's just speak it. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm talking from Itapaji.
Your name? Ilesomi from Itapaji.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
I'm the member of PDP. Hello?
Go ahead, I can hear you.
Okay. This morning now, as I hear that governorship election you are talking about. Hello, sir.
Go ahead, I can hear you, please.
Okay. It is immediately when the people of PDP look at want to win this election. Even in the state, how we can win this election, sir? That's the question.
All right, I want to believe that Prince gets that question, asking how can their trust and confidence be rekindled as we go into the election. And that also is in line with the question I was about to ask, that how would you rebuild the confidence of those who have completely lost interest in political happenings in the state?
We will try our best to intensify more campaign in telling our people to not to relent about the system, because if they decided not to come out, those people that have been doing it before will continue to do it. We will tell them that, please, we are doing everything possible to ensure that their vote is being counted, because we will still take our prayer to INEC in order for us to build confidence again, in order for us to challenge them to do it right. And in one way or the other, in the different political parties, they have their party secretariat and ESCOs and everybody. They should also align them all with whichever party they believe, most especially the PDP, in order for them to have an in-close understanding of what is happening within the system. So that is what we are building among our people now, and that's why I said we, the women, the youth and the women force, we have a lot of campaign.
All right. Let's pick this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm Oladoyin from Mefalaye.
Oladoyin from Mefalaye. Please go ahead.
Okay. You see, I'm backing this man for what you are saying. It's better to have opposition so that we can kick against others, so that we can do better. But it's all these politicians, they are all the same. when the other people are doing it about 10, 12 years ago, Alaka was speaking by the PDP, and nobody challenging him. So, throughout Nigeria, they used to use 8 years. It is now I'm thinking that these people they are now doing, they want to let their people hear this thing, but maybe it will be changes. Because then they go there, the tussle, the power, they convince them to continue to do it 8 years, 4 years. Nobody wants to do 4 years. Even in the councilor alone, even chairman, because what they eat there, and another one is saying that our people say they don't carry the other party.
All right.
The same thing with the PDP.
All right.
All these people, we think that we can change this with our reputation. It will be better.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for your take there. All right, Prince, as we begin to wind down, there is an area that I want you to also react to, which is on the national status of the PDP. We understand that your convention is slated for September, and it appears that November, all right. It appears that everything seems to be in order at the national level. Is that correct? Prince.
I cannot hear your question very well.
I said, I wanted to speak to the status of the PDP at the national level. We now understand that your convention is slated for November, as you've said, and it now appears that everything seems to be in order within the PDP at the national level. Is that what it is?
Yes, the only thing that every one of us are praying for now is that the coexisting peace that is actually going on now, the existing peace that is actually going on now, we youth must support them. I listened to a news yesterday where the section of the PDP youth leaders, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, where the section of the PDP youth leader decided to share their view and align with the party National Working Committee, the BOT, and the National Caucus of the party. You know, this is what we are saying about a formidable political party. It is normal in any political party for crises, for challenges, for interest to showcase their power. Even within this convention, don't forget, some people will still say, oh, I still want it this way, all because for them to have structural control. But majority, dictate the tone of politics. So that is what is just happening now.
Right.
And in fairness, we have to appreciate the leadership of the party by encouraging them to put more effort and reach out where necessary. Those people that might be aggrieved by one policy or the other, they should reach out to them, making sure that things are.
All right, thank you so much.
We'll be able to have a new set, and it will also take the affairs of the party into a prosperous state. So that is what we are hoping for. And we are all preparing. As of today, I can tell you that the national youth leader have reached out to somebody like us to say, okay, from your group, can we have a certain number of people that will be participating in party national activities? This is very, very encouraging. And I know that it's happening in another support group also, where they are reaching out to them, and we give kudos to them. So if they are able to do this within youth, definitely the woman leader is also will be reaching out to the women force. So by the time you are doing this, those elders also will do their own. You will discover that every interest and the little that remains, we will appeal to each other in order for us to get it right.
All right,
so
thank you so much.
We are so confident about that.
All right, thank you so much, Prince, for your, for sharing your insight on these critical issues. It is important that we have conversations like this, and it is evident that youth have a pivotal role to play in the political landscape of Ekiti State. We've been speaking with the national president, Victory Advocate of Nigeria, Prince Sheyi Ajibola. Thank you so much for your time on the show this morning.
I really appreciate you, sir, and I appreciate Adamimogo FM for the opportunity.
Thank you. You're always welcome. And that's how much we can take on this show this morning. The follow-up on Adamimogo 107.7 FM, Idoe Ekiti. But before I go, I'd like to say or wish or greet or congratulate Prince Adetokwe Ademiluyi, the former Speaker of the Ekiti State House of Assembly and former acting governor of the state, on his 60th birthday. Happy birthday to you, sir. Prince Adetokwe Ademiluyi. May your days be long. And that's our show this morning. The follow-up on Adamimogo 107.7 FM, Idoe Ekiti. Till tomorrow, where I come with another beautiful edition. My name is Oladoyin Ayegbusi. Good morning and thanks for listening. The news at 12 returns.
On my audio